Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing eye brushes from Aliexpress CHICHODO store. This is the box that the brushes came in, and this is how nicely they're all packaged. Each handle had a plastic on it, and there is another hard plastic that protects the bristles. Here what the brushes look like. Those brushes are sold individually, and there is a big variety of brushes. In here I have 7 brushes. The majority of the brushes are animal hair, besides 2 brushes. We will be discussing each brush individually. Before we get into the application, I did want to mention that I washed them and there was no fallout, and they stayed in a good shape after the wash. I zoomed you in so you could see my eyes from a closer distance. I just applied an eye primer onto my eyelids, and I'm going to set it with a 204 brush. So here you could see has the name of the store. I'm sorry, you're probably going to be seeing it the other way around, but it says CHICHODO, and here you have the number. It's E204, and this eyeshadow brush is made from horse and goat hair, and it's pretty large. You could see that it covers a big area. I love to use large shader brushes for setting the eye primer. I'm gonna go in with a Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana, and I'm going to set the eye primer. This brush feels very nice and very soft on the eyes. I love the size of this shader brush. You literally could cover your whole lid with 1 to 2 swipes. The next brush is E222, and this is a goat hair brush. It's a slanted brush. In their description, they wrote nasal, so maybe they meant that it was for contouring the nose, but I'm going to be using it on the eyes. Because it's a little bit slanted, I'm gonna start building my crease color with this brush. I'm going to be going into this shade right here, and I'm going to apply it into my crease. This brush applied the shade, as you saw, really well, because this is a goat hair, so it picks up a lot of pigment. And now we're gonna go in with a blending brush and blend it all out. The blending brush I'm going to be using is a goat hair brush, and it's a number 245. They describe it as a concealer brush, but I would not use any liquid with animal hair. With animal hair, you only want to use powder. And this is a perfect size and shape for a crease brush. The next brush I'm going to be using is a rounder brush. This is a goat hair brush, and the number is 224. And I'm gonna go into the same shades, and I'm going to build it up on my outer corner. Those brushes apply the shadows beautifully. Now I'm going back into the blending brush, and I'm blending it all out. The next brush I'm going to be using is a shader brush, and this is goat and horse hair. So I'm going to be going back into the eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to apply this shade on my lid. I know I said it already a few times, but I love how they pick up the pigment, the shadows, because it's an animal hair. It just does such an amazing job. I've used those shadows previously, and I had to layer it multiple times, and now it's just a few swipes and I could see the shimmer. The deeper shade went on beautifully. There are two more brushes that I got. This brush is a wool fiber brush, and they describe it as a concealer brush. However, I'm going to be deepening my outer corner with this brush. Going back with the shade right here. I didn't have to do it. The other brush also applied it perfectly. I just wanted to use this brush. So the difference in between this brush and this brush is obviously one is animal hair, one isn't. This one is a bit wider. This one has a little pointer, so it's a bit more precise. And now I'm going into this rounder brush and blending it all out. And the last brush that I have here is a synthetic brush, and this is a number 218. And it says that it's a brow brush. You could use it for brows. Today I'm going to be using it as an eyeliner brush. I'm going into this black eyeshadow right here. I like this brush a lot, small and thin, just the way I like it, and it did a good job applying a liner. I'm going to finish this second eye off camera and I will be right back. Now that I finished my eye look, let's go over the brushes. I think I forgot to mention that those brushes are called Amber series, and they have a big choice of brushes. First of all, I just wanted to talk about the store. Their customer service is quick and amazing. I live in Canada and it takes me about 2 weeks to receive my order from them. Usually with my other AliExpress orders, it would take me up to 4 weeks at least. I reviewed 3 sets from their store. Those sets are also great quality. They're actually my go-to brushes. I have a lot of brushes that have more expensive brushes. I have more budget-friendly brushes, and I have to say that the brush sets that I reviewed from their store are really an incredible quality, and the price is amazing. Now when it comes to those brushes are sold individually. They're actually, I think, at 20% off now, and they're in between $4 to $5 Canadian per brush. So in American currency, it's probably going to be about $3 a brush. They really apply the pigment, the shadows beautifully on the eyes. Now again, there are many different brushes there. I only tried 7, but I liked each and every brush. So for those of you who are interested in purchasing it, I am going to mention the number on each brush one more time. The first brush that we started off, the large shader, is number 204. This is the large brush that I used to set the concealer. Very nice brush. The angled brush in 222. The round brush in 224. The crease brush in 245. However, if you're going to be on their website, it will say concealer, but guys, this is a crease brush. A pencil brush that I used to build up the shade in my outer V. This is the number 223. A shader brush in 231. And a brow brush. I used it as a liner brush in 218. This one is synthetic. This one is a wool fiber. And those are goat and horsehair. So if you were looking for animal hair brushes, I will leave all the links down below, as well as the brush sets that I reviewed from their store. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you again in my next video.